middle. Gloved by Murphy. There's one, and they will not get the double play. Wow, did Chase Utley go in hard at second as the tying run scores. Tejada looked like a receiver coming over the middle, having his feet knocked out from under him by a defensive back. Check this out.
This was going to be a tough turn anyway. The ball behind second base, he was going to turn that way to make a throw. Utley got off in a great secondary lead, and he gets right there to break up the double play.
Didn't even start sliding till he was even with the bag. You know, Mattingly's on the field because he might challenge to see if Tejada touched the base or not. Did his toe get on the bag?
There's a little space right there. I'm wondering, how do they treat Utley not touching second base?
Well, that'll be up to Terry Collins right now, who can say, look, I'd like to challenge as well, and say the runner never touched the bag.
Did he just kick him out? He threw behind Utley. Did they just kick Syndergaard out?
That's the one.
That's unbelievable. Adam Hamari is the home plate umpire. He didn't even hit him.
I think a warning could be issued, but not, you can't toss a guy for that.
And now Collins is out. He couldn't care less, but Collins is going to get his money's worth. And Collins, in my opinion, is right here.
And you know what you're doing, which no one thinks about as an umpire at the time? You just made it worse.
Telling Adrian to get out of the way. Oh boy, he's just been ejected. Kicked him out of the game. Come on. That is one of the strangest things I've seen. And now Jeff Bannister out. Well, now Bannister's been ejected. Once he was told, move back to the batting circle or get in the batting circle, he said, okay. I'll just move it over here.
Wow.
It's 18-6. Jerry Davis is one of the senior umpires in the American League. He's in his 34th year.
And he hit him. And now he throws him out. Oh, no. He throws him out of the ball game on a 3-1 pitch. Obviously no intent whatsoever. But because the warning was in place in the first inning, C.B. Buckner has just thrown Roberto Osuna out of the game. DeMarlo Hale, the acting manager, will also be ejected. But that's just not understanding the flow of the game.
Kid's 20 years old, right? Facing a guy, he's got to come in. He's not going to try and hit Adam Jones right there. It was ball 4.
Now that's the problem with the warning rule. You leave it to the umpires to interpret the situation, and DeMarlo Hale saying, can you explain to me why we would hit Adam Jones and bring the tying run to the plate when it's Chris Davis?
It makes no sense.
Baseball sense dictates that was not intentional. It just tells you.
Was a called strike, or should have been called a strike. That is ball 4. So Jerko gets the third walkout by Bumgarner.
Bumgarner let out a yelp. Asking off of Joe West. So these two kind of been having some stank eye going at each other all game long.
Well, Joe West is not going back behind the catcher. So what is he doing? He wants to throw him out or what?
He's not going to back away from confrontation. It's just not in his makeup.
Which guy are we talking about backing away?
Well, come to think of it, hey, it's both guys.
It seems like, usually a first place club would be, at least around 500 on the road, and really did. Look at this. Look at this. Lester, his body language has not been good. He's very frustrated.
And Andy Fletcher's trying to get. I've never seen this. Have you?
No, and David's got a chance of being ejected here. Fletcher wants to say his piece to John Lester. Yeah, you're right. I've not seen this.
It's usually a player being held back.
And Fletcher saying, "I've had enough. I'm not going to take it anymore." There's been a lot of, double takes, looking in, questioning. And especially if you're a home plate umpire and it's early in the game, you try to set the tone. You just don't want to put up with it.
umpires, home plate umpires, generally will take a little bit more from hitters than they will pitchers.
I think Joe will not finish probably until he gets the thumb here.
Simmons, fly ball, shallow left. Back is Cosma. He'll take it. He'll call. Oh, it's going to drop. It falls. Miscommunication. And the bases are loaded, and Boggs can't believe it.
This crowd's been crazy all night. I wonder if it affected their communication.
They're calling it an infield fly rule. Wow. One umpire did. That's why Fredi Gonzalez is out. Well, this is a huge call here.
You cannot call that an infield fly.
No way.
It's too deep. He wasn't camped.
That ball went up, and infield fly rule was called immediately. This is a game-changing decision.
You know, this is what happens occasionally when you add extra umpires down the right field and left field line. You have extra umpires. Sometimes you have extra callers.
Infield fly rule is the call. Simmons is going to be out.
It has to be a call where the infielder has a legitimate chance to catch the ball without a whole lot of effort.
Base runners are on their own when the infield fly rule is called, but the batter is out. An unbelievable call here. Two outs. Which umpire called it? That is the left field umpire, Sam Holbrook.
Oh, this is not good. Fans are throwing stuff on the field all over the ballpark. They got to stop this.
Matheny and Gonzalez got to get their players off the field.
This is embarrassing.
It was a late call by Holbrook, and I'm wondering if when he yelled infield fly, if that's why Cosma came off the ball. Maybe he heard that sound.
Could have been. Could have been. The crowd's been so loud.
And the reason we're back here is because Fredi Gonzalez went to the home plate umpire Jeff Kellogg, and he put the game under protest. And Kellogg gives the sign, the P, under protest from the Braves manager. No argument from Matheny.
And no base runner at first.
Okay. So it will stay, and we'll.
Ground ball. Alvarez coming home, and it's not in time. He's called safe, and the Braves win the game. Clint Hurdle is going to come out and argue the throw beat the runner, and the Braves win it. And some of the Pirates players being held back from the umpiring crew as we look at the final play.
Scott fell down. Oh my goodness.
He never got to the plate.
Well, eventually he did, but it looked like McHenry got him with that swipe here in a couple of places. There and in the arm. And then his foot hit the plate. There on the leg. Didn't get him in the arm. Wow.
There it is. And Rendon is befuddled. And he's been thrown out of the game. Anthony Rendon has been ejected by Marty Foster. That was a quick trigger. Are you showing up the umpire when you drop your bat like that?
Well, maybe, but I don't know if it warrants getting thrown out of the game.
Exactly.
I don't know if he's ever gotten ejected from a game or ever even had a beef with an umpire.
Davey Martinez getting his money's worth. And he is scraping up the part of the batter's box on that side of home plate where his hitters have been repeatedly rung up today.
How do you like that, folks? The passion from the new skipper, having his players back, one of his best players back. He's getting a standing O from everybody here at Nats Park, and we'll take a look at it again. A lot of action here.
Ray
He didn't even
Anthony
say anything.
did not say
He didn't
a word.
Say a word. Watch his lips. He didn't say a word.
Grounded to third. Solarte gets one. And then throws the ball over the head of Teixeira as the runner came in really hard at third base. So Steve Pearce really took out, that's Kelly Johnson, not Solarte, and then he released the ball over the head of Teixeira.
Derek Jeter's going to say, did he go out of his way to get to him? Because Johnson had already tagged third. Now just see how wide Pearce gets on this.
Now Joe Girardi will talk about it. And he did go out of his way.
Way out of his way.
Now the umpires will convene. Yeah, that.
Can he reach the base?
He's got to reach the base is the ruling, I believe.
Yeah.
I think so. I know it is at second. So
he's definitely out of the baseline to get the fielder.
Looks like it would be a struggle to get his hand to third base. Great look from that angle.
Not only a struggle, it would be an impossibility. I don't think he's within striking distance of third. Now this is not reviewable. It's an umpire judgment call, so it's not reviewable. So Tom Hallion is the crew chief, and that's the one who Joe's talking to. Well, Showalter let Girardi argue. Now Showalter's coming out and saying, well, why doesn't Adam Jones score? So right now it's a fielder's choice. The runner Pearce is out at third on the force, and the other runners move up on the E5.